Now, the war in Iran is not just disrupting travel, it is changing how the world travels. From fewer long-haul trips to a rise in domestic tourism, global travel patterns are rapidly shifting. Now, here's the next report that tells you more. Take a look. Tourism has emerged as one of the biggest casualties of the Iran war, from Asia to Europe and the epicenter Gulf. Flight disruptions, soaring fuel costs, and security concerns are reshaping travel patterns worldwide. Tourism losses in Gulf alone are estimated at nearly $600 million per day, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council. Airspace closures and flight cancellations have triggered a sharp drop in international travel demand. Major airlines like British Airways and KLM have suspended or rerouted flights, leaving key hubs operating at limited capacity. This comes despite earlier projections of $207 billion in visitor spending for 2026. Jet fuel prices have surged to well over $180 per barrel, pushing airfare by up to 5 to 10% globally. Airlines are responding with capacity cuts, while others are adding fuel surcharges. The issue with jet fuel, however, is much more complicated.
The issue with jet fuel at the moment is twofold. On the first hand, it's actually about pricing of jet fuel, which has gone up exponentially because of the issues in the Strait of Hormuz. Normally, the majority of the world's effectively jet fuel comes through that region. Now, interestingly, it's not only about it coming through in terms of delivery, but the refining of jet fuel is what's important, because normally the raw crude would come through the Strait of Hormuz, but it needs to be refined at refineries in the Middle East and then sent through to international airports for use by airlines. That's been heavily impacted because of the conflict.
In the wake of this turbulence, long-haul travel demand is weakening. Travelers are opting for short-haul and domestic trips. Road travel and self-drive tourism are rising sharply. Even resilient markets like China are seeing a shift, with travelers still moving, but choosing shorter, cheaper, value-driven trips instead of expensive international travel. However, the new luggage everybody seems to carry nowadays is anxiety.
I think the conflict in the Middle East has created an anxiousness across the entire ecosystem, from traveler right through airlines, airports, to all of us. So as a result, this is causing a great deal of anxiety.
The war is now creating clear winners and losers across global tourism. Destinations dependent on long-haul travel, like parts of Japan and Europe, are seeing cancellations, especially from European tourists. Meanwhile, domestic tourism is rising across multiple countries. Despite shifting trends, analysts agree on one underlying impact. Irrespective of the duration and outcome of this war, tourism could face a prolonged and uneven recovery this year. Business Bureau Report, WION World is One.